Woo! I had to finish my beer. Hold on, let me load the piece here too. Hold up.
Uh-oh. He's getting prepared. You know what that means, Duel?
I don't know
what it means. That means it's time, my friend.
That's right.
It is time once again.
Yes, it's time for one of our favorite segments on this show, Grades of Sand. So put your hands out, friends. One grain at a time. We're finna give you a couple of fucking handfuls here. China moves to surpass the United States in economics, technology, diplomacy, and military, report says. Okay, we already know this, right? This is a little bit of the basic. The China, at least the CCP, right? The communist government who pretends to, big China, the Chinese knockoff communist government who acts like a capitalist on the world scale and is glad to take our money but treats their own people like shit. These guys, yes, are trying to expand and trying to overtake. We know that already. But as usual, we want to look at some specifics here in Grains of Sand. So I want to talk about how American technology affects the ability for the Chinese government to create finances in order to grow their move toward military development right now, right? So we've seen Xi Jinping and the Beijing Bling tell their people that they need to prepare for war. They've been trying to expand their borders in multiple places, but they got to fund all of this, right? They got to fund it and they got to power it. Those are the two things that they need to get done. And we're going to talk a little bit about their funding here real quick. So while they try to make this fucking move, U.S. tech companies are the ones propping up the surveillance network they're using to stay at the forefront of technology anyway. Now, again, this is something that we know to a degree. We know that not only do we buy heavily from China, but also some of our chip manufacturers and other computer part manufacturers here, they sell quite a bit to China as well. And so it's a big part of how they're able to keep everything going and keep everything at a level that's competitive with the United States. So when we see all of this, what's the first reaction to that? Okay, well, we got to quit funding these motherfuckers, right? Liberty Vetter, Biden should halt sales to China of U.S. tech used to persecute and enslaved Uyghur Muslims. Now, regardless of reason, and yes, I agree, treating your citizens the way that they do is fucking reprehensible. And let's not forget, this is your newest member of the UN Human Rights Council. You know, there's that whole thing, too.
That's what baffles me, man. They're on the UN Human Rights Council. They're enslaving people.
With all their little fucking buddies, too, Russia and Iran and Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get into that here momentarily. But nonetheless, it's a good idea. Why are we supplying them when they're talking about fucking our shit up? We should not do that at all. We got to put some kind of halt on it, although that does put a strain on those American companies. So we got to find a way to make this happen. Problem is, it's going to be hard enough for some of those companies to operate as it is. China wants control over Taiwan, and that's a problem for U.S. tech companies. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen stickers that say made in Taiwan. That is a country that we buy stuff from. It's part of our manufacturing chain. We get pieces and parts from Taiwan. Now, Taiwan, which we often refer to as fake China, with the Xi Jinping and the Beijing Bling being big China, and Hong Kong being little China. Fake China, or Taiwan, has been big on trade with the United States for quite a while. That's good. That we get stuff that we need. It has made it all the difference in their fucking economy. But China wants control back. They recently are trying to kind of tighten the reins on some of their, their properties on the board. They've got the blues and the purples. Their one China stance, as it says here, is getting more aggressive. Now, what they want to do, because we're threatening to stop selling them shit, is to cut us off from our buying and selling relationship with Taiwan. That's not good. That interrupts a lot of supply chains in the United States and can cause some big problems. But China's fucking mad, dude. They've been real mad because we've been trying to get off the fucking teat, and they don't like that shit at all. You don't build a war machine on just a few fucking bucks. So they found other ways to spread out. Woo! Wowies. Push in Russia exploits the Kremlin's fear of Western technology. Now, guys, if you remember, Wowie is a cell phone company from China that made devices that got a contract with the U.S. government to sell government phones to people here in the United States, and then they got busted for having fucking spy software for the CCP on those phones and kick the fuck out of that government contract. Now, for whatever reason, Russia is more scared of buying phones from us than they are from literally that company. And we've talked extensively about the relationship between China and Russia recently. But now all of a sudden they're expanding into other places. Huawei is making that big money in Russia, so they have even better communication together. And in fact, Huawei leads Russia's online smartphone market in 2020.
Damn.
Yep.
That just means the Chinese have all the information on the Russians that they need.
Yep. So if they're going to make a move to work
Friends
with
close,
Russia,
enemies closer.
Yep, that's exactly right. They have found a way to keep tabs on their a potential wartime partner that both countries have said the word maybe to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very strange.
Yep.
You know it. So So when all this happens and Huawei gets all of this flack and China and Russia get all this flack, you know, they gotta do something. They're on the UN Human Security Rights Council fucking thing at this point. They can't be fucking up that publicly. So what have they been doing recently when they want to hide? Who are they financially fucking backing right now that would do them a favor? Like, let's say you had a mook on your payroll and you needed to hide some weapons. He's the fall guy, not you. So you hide the shit where he is. Hold the fuck up!
Holy shit!
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Remember the safety meeting?
Remember the safety meeting. I've got it. Okay, we're going to have a new song by next week. I did not think we'd see another one this year at all. I guarantee a new song by next week. I think it's still House of the Rising Sun. Holy God, guys. Give it up for an absolute legend in None Your Business. And give it up for another good Phil Gilmore song. Holy God. What was I talking about, Phil? What were we doing?
Grains of
Grains of
sand.
sand. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, man. Okay. Let me try to get back in. By the way, make sure to check out my boy Alamo Gulf Citizen. Just became the new featured viewer under the video you're watching now. Give a click and a follow. It's just that easy. And Rick will pick. Redeem set up straight for 500 curls. So set up straight, you books.
You books.
Woo. What a day.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
What a
breathed
show,
fire.
G.
I just breathed fire when I said that. Yeah, you know what? What a fucking show. It's been a while since we've talked about what a fucking show it was, Phil.
I agree. And we're doing it now. Look at us. We're doing it now.
I'm trying to set you up for the thing. It's been a little while since we talked about how good the show was today, Phil.
Oh, really, G? How long has it been since we talked about the show?
It's been an hour.
No confetti?
That one worked perfect that time. I did it right. That time. Now with the 3-hour mark, man, that of course is the It's Been an Hour Rocket, brought to you by Thundercloud Transmissions. Thundercloud, we put the goddamn back in your motor and transmission.
It's right. It's right.
Oh my God, this fucking whiskey is ridiculous.
Merry Christmas to you, G.
And to you as well, Phil. Christmas tidings upon you. And you know what? Krill be under your name, bro.
I forgot to put on my hat.
Oh shit! All right, here I'll put the camera on me. Is it set
let's
up?
see if I can do this.
Yeah, shit. We were gonna do that at the beginning. I forgot. But you know, I forgot it. That kind of thing happens.
Let's see.
Grinding the Ass says, no problem, G. Nowhere near Comic Club, but I'll work my way there. Hey, I understand. I mean, becoming a Krill Holla legend, like so few have been able to do before, is a very high ambition to shoot for. But certainly a noble one. Not only for us here, but in the eyes of El Hudal Azim. Phil, can I switch back to you? Are you good?
I found it.
Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Oh, there we go. You got the lights
Merry
and
Christmas
the head.
to you,
Merry
G.
Christmas to you too, Phil. Jesus Christ. What a day. Okay, let's try to do it. Here we go. We're gonna get back in. Boom.
Grains of sand.
So they were, they were leading the market in Russia. Okay, right. We were talking about when we find out that this is happening and they end up shying away from American markets and they need somewhere to hide their stuff, okay? So if you're setting it up and you're financially backing someone and then you need to hide some illegal shit, you don't put that at your house. You put it at their house. They're the fucking fall guy, not you.
Yep.
Wow, we hit business operations in Iran after
Where
Reuters
of all
leaked the
places,
CFO.
of course.
Oh my God, dude! It's like writing a novel. By the way, can I just say this lady looks a lot like Chairman Mao? I think
She does. She's got Mao head, dude.
She's got Mao
That is
hair.
a 7 head.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's exactly right. So no surprise here. China
It's like a
and
reverse
Russia
mohawk.
are hiding their fucking.
That's a fly rank right there, bro.
She's got yeah. I'd love to see the back of the head, see what's going on there.
There's more hair than you'd think.
You'd be surprised, sir. She's just had that ponytail cranked back so fucking hard for so long it pulled her hairline back. Okay, so China and Russia hide their fucking spy communication technology in Iran, right? Because Iran's been talking a ton of shit recently. They're the fall guy in this situation anyway. It used to be Syria, but they moved up the chain a little bit, you know what I mean? And so they hide all that shit there, and we go, all right, we know what you're doing, though. And U.S. sanctions Chinese and Russian firms over Iran dealings. Now, you know this shit already. Motherfuckers are pissed when we do this, especially at the UN, because the UN is still on the side of, well, Iran didn't do anything wrong. They just want to build a power plant. That is not a power plant. We have seen the pictures of the missiles underground. We have heard their leadership say they want to bomb the West.
Yep.
I mean, what else do you need?
That's all you should need.
And all of them get put on the Human Rights Council all at the exact same time. That's very fucking convenient. If you ask me, if again we're likening this to international fucking organized crime, that just means that the UN's on the take, dude. You know what I mean? God damn, dude.
Yeah, that's completely fucked up.
And
totally.
guess what? There's always people that find a way to make it our fault any fucking way. How U.S. sanctions drove around into Huawei's arms. How about maybe it was Chinese spy technology that drove Huawei into anybody's fucking arms, dude? Come on.
No, don't you know, G, it's all our fault.
Of course it is. Fucking of course
it's always
it is.
our fault.
By the way, as you might recall, they had one of their top nuclear guys murdered last week. They're still not sure who did it.
You know what this is, G?
What?
This is fucking prison rules right here, man. This is finding the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the place and trying to punch him in the face so that you can assert your dominance.
Damn, son. I mean, it really is. They're trying to go, okay, who's the toughest guy on the world scale? Well, that's the U.S. We give them a fucking black eye, and, we're not going to have so many fucking problems. The guys back home in Kansas City, the only guys that could get you that kind of money. Again, it continues to be our fault, and since nobody, you know what it is to me? It's a big brother, little sister situation. If something happens that the little sister did, the big brother gets blamed by the parent, for sure. Meanwhile, the little sister suffers zero consequences and continues to devolve into worse and worse behavior, knowing that the older brother will be blamed for it. I'm certainly not speaking from personal experience. But when we're talking about that, what I'm getting at here is that Iran has now moved to increase uranium enrichment. Not needed for a power plant, by the way, Phil. And ban nuclear inspectors. You've got to be kidding me. And we're still going, all they want is a fucking power plant. I don't think that all they want is a power plant. Not only are they enriching, they got that yellow cake like Mos Def, dude. What do you think they're using that for? And on top of that, they're banning nuclear inspectors. That sounds real familiar. You know who the fuck banned nuclear inspectors? Kim Jong-il.
Yep. They are close to the edge, man.
That's right, man. I tell you what, that's not the only thing from North Korea that Iran has copied. Iran's supreme leader transfers power to his son as his health deteriorates. So this guy, Rouhani, we've been dealing with the Ayatollah over there. We've been talking about for a while. Oh, wait, that's, I get the names wrong a lot of times. But their Ayatollah, he's getting sick. He's handing it off. Now this son's finna take over. Right in the middle of all this shit, I'm sure he'll be real level-headed about it, just like Kim Jong-il is. Jesus Christ,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
so-
everybody knows that the most qualified person to run an entire nation is definitely just the son of the last guy
Well,
who did it.
that's 95%. The other 5% is whether or not you look good in formal military garb that you didn't earn. But now they're going to do this, and you tell me, Chad, does this make the situation better or worse? So, finally, after people go, wait a minute, maybe there's an actual problem here. Maybe we should be looking into it. And at long last, the U.S. media goes, hey, people aren't clicking as much on all this stuff about vandalism and erasing fucking iconic images of people from media, because even when it comes to butter, we get rid of the Indians and keep the land. You know what I mean? But you know what I will say. That's not a bad one. What I will say is they finally are getting tired of that, and they're trying to pay attention to something that matters. Unfortunately, they're several months behind the Fright Power Hour. The U.S. military says, hey, Iran is sending arms and troops to Venezuela. Yeah, no fucking shit, man. Wow. Good God damn it.
Yeah.
Dude. I get so tired, man.
If only somebody had said something about this, like, I don't know, 8 months ago. You know?
Right. If only there was somebody going, wait a minute, the actual problem is much bigger than we're thinking about right now. We're too comfortable in our homes complaining about what haircuts video game characters have. There are much bigger problems. And they went, you're crazy, stupid cartoon ghost. What do you know? You know what I mean?
You got it. Where's your tinfoil hat, ghost?
Exactly. And then, whoops, here we are. Oh, boy. And I know nobody that watches this show is surprised. You guys know this already because you fucking watched the Fright Power Hour. You know what I mean? But here we go. So remember months ago when they were going, Iran is sending an oil flotilla to Venezuela. Oil-rich country, by the way. They really need our fucking fuel. And we were going, bullshit. They're putting people in place and sending guns over there. We saw the goddamn shipping containers and we saw the specs on the shit, man. And now here we are. They go, man, maybe there's something to that. Oh, boy. What do you fucking know? And so we see this. And again.
And here's the question, G. Why? Why would they possibly send arms and troops to Venezuela?
Oh, yeah. Geez, what could they be doing there? You know, Venezuela's a lot closer to U.S. soil than, say, Iran or China or Russia is. Feels like you can put a gas station
not
there.
To notice that.
Crazy. You know what else? If we're going to make it like organized crime, you know who's real easy to put the squeeze on so that you can set up shop in their place? Guys that are desperate. Venezuela has to weigh their money. That's how broke they are right now. Very easily manipulated because they need cash bad. Real fucking bad. God damn. Now, so, again, people finally start to notice, and hey, the U.S. should do more against the rising threat of asserting China. Oh, really? Really? The U.S. should maybe take action as China continues to be more and more aggressive and more arrogant with the fucking moves that they're making. And we've talked many times before about the Chinese government building an artificial moon in order to power an army of genetically engineered lycanthropes to try to conduct a ground invasion on U.S. soil. Now, things have not gone perfectly. They found out about our Mammoth Plan, and they've kind of moved on. They've had to make a shift. And they're going into the future, Phil. They are going into the future, and these motherfuckers are getting bold. Mysterious illness targeting U.S. diplomats in China and Cuba. Oh, really? Cuba? You mean on the way to Venezuela where we said they were dropping weapons because they were being paid off by the Chinese as well? Oh, what do you know? Mysterious illness targeting U.S. diplomats in China and Cuba, likely the result of microwave energy.
Damn, they're using fucking sci-fi weapons on them now, man.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what was that? Excuse me?
James Bond shit.
I'm becoming Wayne Campbell in front of the fucking 5,000. Excuse me? Yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? Say that 3 or 4 more times. Are you sure I'm getting this correctly?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, G.
Yeah. So diplomats. And by the way, I think it's important to notice the word diplomats, not soldiers. Not soldiers, not military personnel, not politicians, not opposition, diplomats, people whose job it is to make friends. That's who is targeted with this shit. In China and Cuba. Oh, I'm sure China and Cuba aren't involved together at all. Stop jerking me around, U.S. media. By the way, this is bad enough that they gave it a name. Havana Syndrome, likely caused by pulsed microwave energy, government study finds. Are you goddamn kidding me?
That's like fucking sick sticks from Minority Report, man.
Is this thing on? Hey, can you hear me, America? Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. This isn't arrogant. If your eagle is not flapping right now, I'd be very surprised. Pulsed microwave energy, that's how fucking bold these guys are getting. They are pulling out all the stops, and half the people in our country don't even goddamn realize it yet. And you might say, what government study are we talking about? This one right here. Now, what it says right here, and this has started in late 2016. This has happened a couple of times, but it happened again this month on a larger scale, so they're looking into it again. So this says, for some of these patients, their case began with the sudden onset of a loud noise perceived to have directional features. What?
Whoa.
That is a crazy fucking clause in a sentence, man. A loud noise that sounded like it was directional? God damn.
Like you could hear it over there.
Right,
that's
like
weird.
You could hear it moving or something. Accompanied by pain in one or both ears or across a broad region of the head, and in some cases a sensation of head pressure or vibration, dizziness, followed in some cases by tinnitus, visual problems, vertigo, and cognitive difficulties. They're giving they're trying to give motherfuckers CTE with a microwave. That's what's happening here. And y'all are like, what about the girl on our butter? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Holy shit, dude. I know. And you might say, okay, well, maybe they're working on these future weapons. They're trying to get some of this shit to work, but at least maybe they've abandoned the super soldiers, the lycanthropes. Remember the guy that the Chinese government hid when they were trying to arrest him for the fucking what do you call it? The gene therapy thing he was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The CRISPR stuff.
The CRISPR stuff, yeah. When he created artificial
Now they're just frogging your brains with microwaves.
Right, and you might go, well, goddamn it. At least they're getting away from these human trials with the super soldiers. Well, unfortunately, friends, we would be wrong. And we would find out that, in fact, they have elevated their plan. China has done human testing to create biologically enhanced super soldiers.
Fuck!
Says top U.S. official. Holy shit.
They're trying to make Captain Communism, man.
Bro, I'm gonna leave you with that head. I'm gonna take a drink of my very excellent whiskey. I'm giving myself a headache right now like I got hit with a microwave emitter.
That's your brain predicting the future again.
Or maybe they are hitting you with a microwave. They're watching the Fright Power Hour and they know.
Phil,
how long have you been saying this?
Bro, don't scare me like that, Phil.
They're baking us, bro. They're baking us.
You're freaking me out a little bit right now, Phil. God damn.
Game over, man. Game over.
Now, I gotta say, man, they're doing all this. The super soldiers, the fucking microwave guns, and we talked about funding, but what was the other half of it at the very beginning? You gotta find a way to power this shit. How do you power all this stuff, make all this happen? They don't have the energy capacity for this. You know how much fucking oil China imports from OPEC? All of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. They can't power this independently. But here's the linchpin to the whole thing, guys, and why it's so important we make a move on this soon, because if not, we're going to get behind in a hurry. China just turned on its artificial sun.
God damn! They got a fucking arc reactor. They're Tony Starking it over there, man. They're making Captain America's and they're making Captain America's and Iron Man. Got a fucking arc reactor.
Yeah. Artificial sun. Sun. Oh my God. Oh no. Building a moon wasn't enough. They had to build a sun. And you know why? They found out it cost too much to power the moon. They need to do it like the real moon where it's reflecting from a sun. So China thinks they have fusion on lock. Can you imagine a population of 1 billion with suddenly zero energy expenses? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna be watching this one closely, friends. This is Red Dawn. See, I can't use Red. It's been used already.
It's already been used.
I'm gonna call it Red Noon. Red Noon is gonna be the artificial sun. But man, I'll tell you, friends, I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on it because they got the funding, they got the power, they got the technology, they got the science to come in here and turn your lights out.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta bitch and moan about. Wait a minute. This girl needs to retroactively have her IMDb credits changed to male. Otherwise, it's violence. That's what we're worried about here. Meanwhile, artificial sun? Ah! Friends, I'll reiterate my message, and you know what it is already. In a time like this, our lives are comfortable enough that we have started pointing the guns at each other, and above all else, we have got to stop that. If we need anything right now, it is solidarity here in the United States because there are bigger problems at hand. That's the truth as I see it, friends. Yeah. Cha-cha! That's a segment. Bye. Oh, my God. Whew. There it is, Phil. That was a bit. And I'm sure there's got to be a big edit right there in the middle because, like, my nose is still bleeding from what happened here.
I'm not a criminal. I'm an artist working in an unpopular medium. Can I just speak to you? I mean, really speak to you like man to man. I've known you for a long time, William. And I know about your penchant for spying on women.